Lead the hands against this walking towards Golden Bear. It's just, yeah, got that sweep. You wait the Fox unit. Base available Fox unit. Base security 4. 4 go. 214336. Copy. Agent. Watch 4, go ahead. Watch 4, one Robles trying to get hold of you.
Early on, I always had an attraction towards teaching and guiding people or sharing what you learned, and it's nice to see the light bulb come on in people's heads. So I was always attracted to law enforcement or military, and my dad was in the military. He was in the Air Force for 20 years. So I kind of I want to pave my own way. I want to do my own thing, and I knew if I went towards law enforcement that I could try out for a tactical team or a SWAT team. Went to the police academy in '96 and got a cop job in '97. 13 years there, operations going on from barricaded gunmen to high-risk search warrants, vehicle takedowns, things like that.
Double dumbbell deadlift. Starts one dumbbell head on the floor, drop the standard,
And then we'll bring you over here and I'll show you the modified.
feet to the floor, chest to the deck, and then move it back down. So we're gonna go 9, 9, all the way to 27. Then in the remaining time we'll do that.
It's just, yeah, got that sweep.
In my family growing up, you see a lot of alcohol use, a lot of fighting, and everybody just acts like it's okay after a weekend of fighting. And then, because all I had in my head all the time was Kenny Chesney songs, Jimmy Buffett being a drunk pirate down in the Keys, and then I lived that out, with my son's mother ended up going down there. Drinking tears apart relationships, and it breaks down life to the point where everything I owned was in the back of a 2004 Audi. And then on moments when I had my son, it was couch surfing on friends' couches. So here I am, almost 40 years old at this point, couch surfing on friends' couches, and too embarrassed to tell my older daughters what their dad's doing. Hey, your dad's just living on people's couches where he can find one, or sleeping in his car at a carpool parking lot in Claremont, And then it's easy to dive back into a rum bottle and drink yourself to sleep every night. Kind of felt like I was burnt out, needed a break, because you always see the worst side of people. People always need you when they're at their worst moments, and then when you get there to help them, a lot of times they think they don't need you, or they called you there, now they don't want you there. That can eat at you, and that can get to you when you're really genuinely trying to do things to help people. And then every time you show up, everybody's mad at you because the call never goes their way. You're never telling them what they want to hear, or you got to tell people that their loved ones are dead. That's the other thing with cop work is I've seen way too many people breathe their last breaths in their last moments. How long can I sit on this boat and drink rum and look out at the water? It starts to become mundane, and it starts to be like, well, what am I supposed to be doing? Because I don't have a purpose right now. I need to find, what is my purpose? Why am I here? In 2013 is when I really kind of started watching CrossFit. And then, of course, like everybody, you see Rich Froning and all the cool stuff he was doing on the TV, and you're like, I want to do that. I moved out from the Keys and found a place up here, and then I started working out a lot more. I kind of stayed in that cycle of not believing that I was worthy, and that's the biggest thing is Like, even my wife's belief in me is not going to make me achieve a CrossFit dream of owning my own box if I don't believe it. Somewhere along the line, I just finally took that leap of faith and started believing in myself. And like everywhere we went, I was just looking at where could I start a CrossFit gym.
Oh, that would be a great place for a CrossFit gym. Oh, I wonder if, we should go and see if that realtor can get us in to go look at that place. Like, he was really like in his mind about opening a box. Like, that was really where his mind was at that point.
Well, after COVID and I was coaching more full time, I had a vivid dream, because I remember telling Cheyenne about it. I had a vivid dream that the owner of this gym sold me the gym. And I got up and I told her, and I'm like, holy crap, I had a dream Matt sold us CrossFit Unmatched. A year and a half later, after I had this dream that he sold me the gym, I called the owner, I called Matt, and I said, if you were gonna start a CrossFit gym today, what would you do different? I was mainly just picking his brain for information. And then before I hung up with him, I said, hey, you don't happen to want to sell one of your gyms, do you? And there was like a silence on the phone, and I thought, I made him upset. And he was like, no, actually I do. I want to sell it. And I went, oh, I'm in.
In your hands around my neck, need a damn good reason now. Why should I break my vow? 'Cause you're a million miles away. Sleep like a child.
What's your gifts? What are you meant to share with people? How are you meant to make a difference? And I think that entire time going through all that struggle, for me, it was teaching, and it was instructing, and it was coaching CrossFit, you know, something of this realm where you can truly make a difference in people's lives. I think that's the whole purpose for me, the whole purpose of life. God created us in his likeness and his image, but in his likeness to create as well. He put us here to be able to create the life we want. Because my hell on earth was not living my purpose. My hell on earth was diving into drinking and not being who I was. If somebody came up to me tomorrow, and let's just say they gave me $10 million, so they say, hey, I'm gonna give you $10 million, I would still be at this gym the very next day. All right, nothing would change. I wouldn't leave, I wouldn't buy a yacht, I wouldn't go on a permanent vacation. I would still be here the next day, coaching these members, working with these members. We'd have a lot more equipment. We'd probably knock out this wall and extend the roof, but I would put a lot of money into this place, because like, I think people go on vacations to kind of get away from the daily grind. I have no reason to go on vacation. I love the daily grind. This is what I want to do every day. This is all I want to do. So there's no turning back.